Live na po.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And good morning to our live stream viewers. Welcome to DPWH Masbate first DEO Procurement activity for the opening of various projects 25.0093, 94, 95, 96, and 25.0097. Before we start, we shall pray, and this is to be led by Miss Bea Cordero.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Dear Heavenly Father, as we gather here today for the opening of this conference, we come before you with hearts filled with gratitude and reverence. We acknowledge your presence in this place and seek your guidance and wisdom in conducting this important event. We pray for fairness, transparency, and integrity to prevail throughout this bidding process. May all participants approach this conference with honesty, sincerity, and respect for one another. Help us to uphold the highest ethical standards, ensuring that every decision made is based on merit and the best interest of all involved. We ask for your blessings upon all the bidders who have invested their time, resources, and effort in preparing their proposals. Guide them in their endeavors, and may they find success in their future endeavors, regardless of the outcome of this conference. We offer this prayer in faith, trusting in your divine wisdom and guidance. May your will be done in all things. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Okay, next, the total attendance by Ma'am Jo Barza.
Good morning. For the attendance for the Teaching Awards Committee, our chairperson is already promoted. So I see Adi. So we have the vice chairperson will preside. So our vice chairperson is Engineer Eddie Vizcaya.
Present.
And for the regular members for the back is yours truly, is Lucille Barzi, Engineer Lester Rapsi, Engineer Herona, and also for the end user for the infra project, we have Jason Tom, but he transferred from LGU so the replacement is Engineer Mark Rodriguez. So any observer? None. So the by Engineer Elmer Gundin. For the team members, Engineer Emerson Espiloy, Engineer Aaron Calaro, Engineer Alfredo Macabuhay Jr., Mr. Malo Joseph Medina, Mr. Esteban Fila III, and Engineer Cornelo Hermosa. So for the back secretariat, headed by Engineer Artis Villanueva Jr., and Engineer David De Los Santos is the assistant head. So for the back secretariat members, Engineer Marjorie De Los Santos, Engineer Bea Andreana Cordero, Ms. Cristina Rapsin, Ms. Maria Luis Almodan, Mr. Ernesto Jr. So that's all for the attendance.
Thank you, Ma'am Jo. All the members are well represented, and the Peace and Awareness Committee has a quorum, and therefore this procurement is official, valid, and binding to all those who are present today. Let us first check and sign the document that is being done against respective leaders. project ID number 50023. INS Construction. Project ID number 25FM0094. Federal Application Development Corporation. Project ID number 50095. INS Construction. Project ID number 50097.
Kasi hindi sila.
INS Construction. 197. 6. 96. INS Construction. Uh, 25.0097. Federal Application Development Corporation. Let's now start with the project ID number 25.0093. The first envelope. Number 25.0093. And Alleviating Construction. Duty Registration. Sign. This eligibility document. Sign. Regular contractor's license. INS. Sign. Use permit. Sign. Statement of ongoing and similar completed project. Sign. The list of all ongoing government and private construction programs, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed. The statement of all completed government private construction programs are similar in nature, signed. Bid securing declaration, signed, notarized, and sealed. The contractor's organizational chart for the contract, signed. Statement of availability of key personnel, signed. The qualifications of key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract, signed. Certificate of contractor's key personnel for the contract, signed. Annual income tax return, signed. The audited financial statement, signed. Capacity. 1,425, 241 million, 241 million, 425. Sign. integrity pledge. DPWH contractor. Sign. Tapos ang tigil. Tapos na. Contract of this equipment. Sana. Hindi gusto ng statement from 1 to 10. Complete, signed, authorized, and sealed.
Yan ano, dahil fail, di dahil open ang financial, kay sa during evaluation, determine ko, sabihin ko sa ako sa procurement, sa effectiveness ng mas wala na siya sa effectiveness. Motion sila. Hindi fail talaga. Hindi declared ng fail.
For project 25.0093, the identity construction is paid the eligibility screening. Expected.
Sa reason.
The reason for failure is not it. CC similar to the contractor degree and the license and the DPWH registry is not valid. For second project, ID number 25.0094, construction of San Fernando, Talisay Road, kilometer 11+590, kilometer 11+602, Barangay Talisay, San Fernando, Masbate. The actual budget for the contract is 1,091,415. We have one respective Federal Aggregates and Development Corporation. For the first envelope of the Federal Aggregates and Development Corporation, for the technical document, certificate of registration, signed, eligibility document, sign. First, eligibility document, sign. Statement of ongoing projects, sign. The list of all ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, sign. The statement of completed software projects, sign. Statement of single largest completed contracts, which is similar in nature, sign. Bid securing declaration, signed, notarized in city. The organizational chart for the contract, signed. Statement of availability of key personnel, signed. Qualification of key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract, signed. The list of contractors, key personnel to be assigned to the contract, the qualification data, signed. Statement of availability of equipment, signed. The omnibus short statement or affidavit of the expected bidder, signed, notarized, and sealed. The authority of signatory certificate, signed. Net financial contracting capacity for the NFCC is equal to 4 billion, 444 million, 11,000. 4 billion, 444,000 million, 11,000. $4 billion, 444 million. Sign. List of eligibility document, license,
Pass.
Second envelope, the Federal Irrigation Development Corporation. Shall now be played. Second envelope. DPWH for Reconstruction of the Talisay Road. The Federal Application Development Corporation has passed the feasibility screening. The second matter is the financial statement of the Federal Application Development Corporation. Have the big form signed. A summary of bid prices signed. Detail of quantities signed. And the gas flow and water and payment schedule signed. Total bid price total bid price is 1,080,496.27 pesos. 1,080,496.27 pesos. This document will be submitted to post qualification by the technical working group to determine the responsibility of the respective years. This is under section 34 RI 924. Next project. Next project ID number 5. Which 94 and 85. 5 books. Reconstruction of some Pascual-Claveria Road, Barangay Poblacion, Masbate. Containing the amount of 902,000. We have loan bidder, the IMS Construction, first envelope of IMS Construction. Certificate of the registration signed. Please repeat the document. DTI certificate. Mayor's training. Tax clearance. Audited financial statement. And pickup license. Sign. List of ongoing government and private construction contract, including contracts presented. Started. Sign. The statement of contemplated government and private construction contract that are similar in nature. Sign. The bid securing declaration, signed, notarized, and sealed. Contractors organizational chart for the contract, signed. Statement of availability of key personnel, signed. Qualification of key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract, signed. List of contractors' equipment against the contract, signed. Omnibus short statement, complete from 1 to 10, is signed, notarized, and sealed. The audit financial statement, audited financial statement signed the FCC or the net financial accounting capacity of the prospective bidder in this construction. It's 241 million 350,435. 241 million 350,435 signed. Integrity pledge, DPWH Masbate, signed. For project ID number 25-095, Reconstruction of Pascual-Claveria Road, the IMS construction has failed the eligibility screening due to no single largest contract completed similar to the contract to be bid, and the license of the DPWH registry is not valid. Next project. Project ID number 96. Don't be good. IMS construction is supply. The construction of some Pascual-Claveria or some Pascual-Masbate, the agency of 841,000. 841,000 pesos. First envelope of the first envelope. Certificate of registration signed. List of eligibility document signed. The list of improving private construction contract including contract awarded and started signed. The statement of all completed government and private construction contract similar in nature signed. The contractor's organizational chart for the contract signed. Statement of availability of key personnel signed. Key personnel affidavit for commitment to work on the contract signed. List of contractors' equipment pledged to the contract signed. Omnibus on statement from 1 to 10 signed, notarized, and sealed. Audited financial statements signed. The net financial contracting capacity or the NFCC, the respective bidder, IMS, is equal to 241 million 350,435. 241 million 350,435. Integrity pledge for the DPWH signed. As for project ID number 25FM0096, the reconstruction of San Pascual-Claveria Road, IMS Construction has failed in the eligibility screening due to no single largest contract completed similar to the contract to be bid. The other one is the license in the DPWH is not valid. Okay, next project. Project ID number 25FM0097. The construction of San Fernando Talisay Road, kilometer 2, 97 to kilometer 3, 050. at Barangay Progreso, San Fernando. The budget, the DBC is 8,669,560. 8,669,560. First envelope. Being alone leader for this project, Federal Alleviating Development Corporation. First envelope. Certificate of Legit Registration is signed. The certificate of eligibility and beneficial ownership is signed. Statement of ongoing projects signed. List of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed. The statement of singular completed contracts which is similar in nature is also signed. The FCC for the net financial contracting capacity of the Federal Aggregates and Development Corporation is equal to 4,444,011,000. 4,444,011,000. Signed. The bid securing declaration signed, notarized, and sealed. The organizational chart for the contract is also signed. The statement of availability of key personnel is signed. Qualification of key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract assigned. List of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract signed. Statement of availability of equipment is also signed. The list of equipment on or list or under purchase agreement relates to the proposed contract is signed. The omnibus loan statement complete from 1 to 11, signed, notarized, and sealed. Authority to signatory secretary certificate, signed, and passed. For project ID number 25-0097, Reconstruction of San Fernando, Talisay Road, Fernando, Masbate. The EPC is 8,669,560,000. The Federal Aggregates and Development Corporation, along bidder for this project, has passed the eligibility screening. Okay. Last project. Second envelope. Second envelope of the Federal Aggregates and Development Corporation. Big form, signed. Summary of bid prices, signed. The detailed estimate, signed. The cash flow required payment schedule is also signed. The total bid price is 8,599,334.95. 8,599,334.95. Pass. Okay. This project being reviewed is now subject for the post evaluation of the technical working group for the determination of the lowest expensive. This is under section 34 of 2184. For our next activity for this procurement is the bid conference. for project ID number
Yan, buwan.
26FM001 to 26FM005. We have 5 projects.
Yan, from training.
From 26FM006, 26FM007, 26FM008, 26FM009, and 26FM010. We have 10 projects.
Kaya pala ang place of training.
So this previous conference being conducted to allow the respective leaders to adequately prepare their bids or properly prepare their bids. So to discuss the details and information of these projects, engineer must discuss for the details and information. The legal information of the following projects and the projects. Engineer Masbate will discuss the detailed information. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Department of Public Works and Highways, Masbate First District Engineering Office, through the FY 2026 GAA, intends to apply the sum of 125,349,020 pesos, being the approved budget for the contract. So payments under the contract for number 1, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects, Alleviating or SIPAG, Construction of Roads, Barangay Nasandig, Batuan, Masbate, from Station 000 to Station 0+300. With a contract ID number 26FM001 and location Batuan, Masbate, is called for construction of 0.3 kilometers or 0.6 lane kilometer road. Approved budget for the contract is 9,566,760 pesos. The contract duration is 91 calendar days, and the cost of tender docs is 10,000 pesos only. For the project ID, project number 2, 26FM0002, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Construction of Road, Barangay Progreso to Barangay Rosario and Fernando, Masbate, from the Station 0+052 to Station 0+820. Location, San Fernando, Masbate, Scope of work, construction of 0.768 kilometer or 1.536 lane kilometer road. Approved budget for the contract, 24,161,940 pesos. Contract duration is 182 calendar days. Cost of tender docs, 25,000 pesos. For the project number 3, 26FM0003, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Construction of Road, Barangay Ipil to Barangay Lahong, San Fernando, Masbate, from Station 0+000 to Station 1+200. Location, San Fernando, Masbate. Scope of work, construction of 1.2 kilometer or 2.4 lane kilometer road. Approved budget for the contract is 48,323,880 pesos. Contract duration 255 calendar days, and cost of tender docs is 25,000 pesos. For the project number 4, 26 FM004, Network Development Program, construction of missing link, new roads, Claveria, San Isidro, Peñapracha Road, from Station 5 plus 350 to Station 5 plus 695. Location, Claveria, Masbate. Scope of work, construction of 0.345 kilometer or 0.90 lane kilometer road. Approved budget for the contract, 19,134,500. Contract duration, 124 calendar days. Cost of tender jobs, 25,000 pesos. And for the project number 5, 26 FM005, 0005, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, construction of road, Barangay Valparaiso to Barangay Buenos Aires and Fernando Masbate. From Station 1 plus 120 to Station 1 plus 463 and Station 1 plus 775 to Station 1 plus 832 and 2 plus Station 2 plus 230 to Station 2 plus 580. Location, San Fernando, Masbate. Scope of work, construction of 0.75 kilometer or 1.5 lane kilometer road. Approved budget for the contract, 24,161,940 pesos. Contract duration, 182 calendar days. And cost of the tender dots is 25,000 pesos. Bids received in excess of the ADC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The Department of Public Works and Highways, Masbate First District Engineering Office, now invites bids for the above procurement projects. Bidders should have completed within 5 years from the date of Bidders should have completed within 5 years from the date of submission and of within 5 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids, a contract similar to the project. Okay. Bidder should have completed within 5 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids, a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in bidding documents, particularly in IPD or invitation to bid. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass or pay criterion as specified in the IRR, otherwise known as the New Government Procurement Act or NGPA. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, cooperative, and partnership or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizen of the Philippines. Interested bidders may obtain further information from the DPWH or Department of Public Works and Highways, Masbate First District Engineering Office, and inspect the bidding documents at the address inspect the bidding documents from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidder on February 24, 2026 to March 19, 2026. And upon
Ano ba ito sa
kasi
18?
bulag sa
Ah,
A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on February 24, 2026 to March 19, 2026 from the given address upon payment of applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to latest guidelines issued by the GPPD. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PhilJEPS and the website of the procuring entity, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. The Department of Public Works and Highways, Masbate First District Engineering Office will hold up bids must be duly received by the Bids and Awards Committee or BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the address indicated on or before March 19, 2026 at 10 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the ITP Clause 16. Bid opening shall be on March 19, 2026 at 10 a.m. at Back Office, Department of Public Works and Highways, Masbate First District Engineering Office, Barangay Niño, San Fernando, Masbate, and through video conferencing via YouTube channel. Bids will be opened in the presence of bidders' representative who choose to attend the activity. Contractors, applicants who wish to participate in the bidding must be in the document request list or DRL of the PhilJEPS website and secure a printout copy showing that they are included in the list and are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH Civil Works Application or CWA at the DPWH Procurement Service, 5th floor, DPWH Building, Bonifacio Drive, Port Area, Manila. And while those already enrolled shall keep their records current and updated. The Department of Public Works and Highway, Masbate First District Engineering Office, reserve any all bids, declare a failure of bidding, award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009 without thereby incurring any liability to affected bidder or bidders. For further information, please refer to Engineer Arcus H. Villamor Jr., Engineer 3 Procurement Head of DPWH Masbate First DEO, San Fernando, Masbate, or email at ar2sbill@yahoo.com. Or you may contact cell phone number 0910 5748 or you may visit the website for downloading bidding documents, www.dpwh.gov.ph. And for the next set of project, project 26FM0006, 26FM0007, 26FM0008, 26FM0009, and 26FM0010. Ay, pala sinabay ko na. Also, we have five projects to be bid on March 20, 2026. First project is the asset 26FM006 Asset Preservation Program, Rehabilitation, Reconstruction, Upgrading of Damaged Paved Road, Secondary Road, San Fernando North Road, kilometer 021 plus 000 to kilometer 21 plus 182, and kilometer 023 plus 000 to kilometer 23 plus 435, and kilometer 027 plus 544 to kilometer 028 plus 00, and kilometer 028 plus 400 to kilometer 28 plus 750. Location is San Jacinto and Monreal, San Jacinto to Monreal, Masbate. Scope of works: reconstruction of 1.403 kilometer or 2.806 lane kilometer road. Approved budget for the contract is 55,771,210 pesos. Contract duration 263 calendar days. Cost of tender docs is 50,000 pesos. Project number 2, 26FM0007, Asset Preservation Program, Rehabilitation, Reconstruction, Upgrading of Damaged Paved Road, Secondary Road, San Fernando North Road. From K018 plus 935 to K019 plus 000, and kilometer 19 plus 095 to kilometer 19 plus 197, kilometer 19 plus 811 to kilometer 20 plus 000, and K028 plus 000 to 28 plus 400. And location, San Jacinto to Monreal, Masbate. Scope of works: reconstruction of 0.72 reconstruction of 0.7275 kilometer or 1.455 lane kilometer road, and reconstruction of 0.3 kilometer or 1,375 square meter slope protection structures. Approved budget for the contract 39,976,000 and 160 pesos. Contract duration 279 calendar days. Cost of tender docs is 25,000 pesos. Next is 26 FM0008 Asset Preservation Program, Rehabilitation, Reconstruction, Upgrading of damaged paved roads, secondary roads, San Fernando North Road from K0 kilometer 015 plus 104 to kilometer 15 plus 520. Location, San Jacinto, Masbate. Scope of work, reconstruction of 0.416 kilometer or 0.832 lane kilometer road and construction of 0.772 kilometer or 2,095 square meters slope protection structure. Approved budget for the contract is 46,295,200 pesos. Contract duration is 317 calendar days. Cost of tender docs, 25,000 pesos. The next project is 26 FM0009 Asset Preservation Program, Rehabilitation, Reconstruction, Upgrading of damaged paved roads, secondary roads, San Fernando North Road from kilometer 015 plus 520 to kilometer 15 plus 791 and kilometer 16 plus 376 to kilometer 15 plus 576 and kilometer 16 plus 792 to confirm ko na kilometer 16 plus 376 to kilometer 16 siguro in
Tapos sa
16
siguro rin kasi malaba. Kilometer 16 plus 376 to kilometer 16 plus 576. 300 meters. And kilometer 16 plus 792 to kilometer 16 plus 896. Location, San Jacinto, Masbate. Scope of works, reconstruction of 0.575 kilometer or 1.15 lane kilometer road and construction of 0.54785 kilometer or 1,263.46 square meters slope protection structures. Approved budget for the contract, 47,835,760 pesos. Contract duration, 306 calendar days, and cost of tender dots, 25,000 pesos. And the last project is 26 FM0010, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects, Alleviating gaps or SIPAG, Rehabilitation of Batuan to Lagundi Road, Batuan Masbate, from station 0 plus 000 to station 0 plus 816, and station 1 plus 707 to station 1 plus 880, and station 2 plus 960 to station 3 plus 423. Location, Batuan Masbate. Scope of works, the construction of 1.452 kilometer or 2.904 lane kilometer road. Approved budget for the contract, 47,835,760 pesos. And contract duration is 246 calendar days, and cost of tender docs is 25,000 vessels. Uh, that's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Rene, for the information and details of the project to be procured. And next is the preliminary examination of technical and financial requirements of the bid. This is to be discussed by Engineer.
Okay, good morning. For the requirements of technical and financial documents for infrastructure projects, for technical component envelope must contain the following documents: valid registration certificate, platinum membership, all PDs in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR. The statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. The statement of whether single largest completed contract, the SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid. The special pickup license in case of joint ventures, and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. The original copy of the security, if in the form of surety bond, submit also certification issued by the Issuance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid security declaration. For project requirements, the organizational charts for the contract to be bid, the list of contractors, key personnel. For example, the project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foreman will assign to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. The list of contractors, major equipment units which are on, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by the proof of ownership or certification of availability of the equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. The omnibus duly signed, the original duly signed omnibus term statement, and if applicable, the original notarized secretary certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or the original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to his officer to sign the omnibus term statement and do acts to represent the bidder. The prospective bidder's competition of the net financial contracting capacity, the NFCC, and also the joint venture agreement, if applicable, in accordance with RE number 4566 and its IRR, in case joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provision of the GBE in the instance that the bid is successful. Any missing documents in the said requirements is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. For financial component envelope, it must contain the following documents: the original of duly signed and accomplished bid financial bid form, the original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, duly accomplished detailed estimate form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit price of the construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And last, the cash flow by quarter. Again, any missing documents in the said requirements is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. That's all, Mr. Chair, for the requirements for technical and financial documents.
Thank you, Engineer Singh. For the procurement officer, is there any additional information to be discussed
Yes. Okay. This to remind all interested and prospective leaders, the memorandum issued last, last year by Secretary of Justice regarding the submission of DOI, included the beneficial ownership, included in the new form for the omnibus form statement, then refer to the leading documents posted, and based on the clarification, the said beneficial ownership DOI disclosure requirements on the memorandum as November 19, 2022, or 2025, in connection with the memorandum dated last November 19, 2025, entitled "The Right Way to Require Submission of General Information Sheet Reflecting Beneficial Ownership Information and some affidavit in eligibility and beneficial ownership as part of leading documents, and to ensure uniform implementation and avoid confusion in application across all procurement entities. The following clarification is issued. Section 2 of the implementing rules and regulation, IRR Act number 12009, provides for the disclosure of beneficial ownership information for legal entities participating in government procurement. In this regard, and consistent with the intent of the said provision, the following implementation guidance is adopted. Considering that the current omnibus one statement, the OSS, already incorporates some declarations relating to the beneficial ownership disclosure, and in order to streamline documentary requirements and avoid duplication of some submissions, the separate submission of some affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership as Annex A shall no longer be required. Number 2, in lieu thereof, disclosure of beneficial ownership shall be established through submission of the latest General Information Sheet, the DIS, reflecting beneficial ownership information duly filed and the stamp received by the Security and Exchange Commission, SEC. This requirement shall be specified in the documents comprising the bid as mentioned in item 4 hereof and shall be submitted by the bidders in its bid. The requirement shall apply only to the entities enumerated under Section 82 of the IRR, namely legal entities as corporation, partnership, private sector, organization, foundation, and association. For uniform implementation across procurement activities, submission of JS reflecting DOI shall be incorporated as follows. For infrastructure projects, under IT Clause 12.1, procurement of goods and non-consulting technical specifications, and for letter C, as part of terms of reference. The requirement shall be applied only to the procurement modes identified under Section 82. The diagram, namely competitive bidding, limited source bidding, competitive dialogue, and unsolicited offer bidding, not C. This clarification issued pending the establishment of government procurement policy board, the official directory or registry of beneficial ownership information contemplates under the IR of the Republic Act 12009 in order to operationalize the transparency objective relating to disclosure of ultimate beneficial ownership. Then, on the clarification, I'd like to emphasize that the requirements shall apply only to the entities like corporation, partnership, private sector organization, foundation, and association. Then, on the department order with the subject implementation of ISO 901 to 2015. Certification requirements for large A, medium A, and medium B contractors in the procurement and infrastructure project of the department. This was issued last June of year 2024. Accordingly, all procurement entities within the department are required to include ISO 901 to 2015 certification or its latest version as applicable as part of the project requirements and bidding documents for infrastructure projects. These requirements applies to bidders classified under the following Philippine Contractors Certificate Board, (PICA), size range, and are participating in department's procurement and infrastructure projects with approved budget for the contract in its range. For Class A, more than 300 million but less than 450 million, effectivity is last January 1, 2025. Medium B, more than 150 million but less than 300, last July 1, 2025. And medium A, for more than 30 million but less. To promote competition and ensure a level playing compliance with the Executive Order number 44, series of 2021, which directs all national government agencies to adopt and implement the national competition policy, the ISO 901 certification requirements shall become mandatory starting from calendar year 2025. Timelines allows non-ISO 901-2015 certified contractors input time to prepare for the certification process, reflecting the department's commitment to pursue compliance, improvement, and timely delivery of projects while adhering to established international standards that significantly contribute to the welfare of everything. For the large B contractors, ISO 901-2015 certification, its latest version shall continue to be required when participating in the bidding and infrastructure project costing engineering, as clarified through DEO 01 series of 2011 until revoked or suspended. Then, reminder of the three-strike policy. Department Order issued number 88, series of 2024, three-strike policy in the procurement infrastructure of goods and consulting services. Classification of which expenses in your three-strike policy and exception. 1. Withdrawal from bid process, submission non-participation letter, or failure to submit a bid after purchasing the bid documents. However, the bids award committee recommends validation. And number 2, submission of late bids without valid reasons as determined by the GAP. Exceptions will be considered under extraordinary circumstances, such as force majeure. This refers to the unexpected and avoidable extreme events that impede or prevent a bidder from timely bid submission, as defined in Article 1174 of the Philippine Civil Code. Number 3, submission of patently insufficient bid. A patently insufficient bid refers to a bid that fails to include or comply with certain mandatory requirements. The determination of whether a bidder commits such an offense may occur as the following: during eligibility, screening, or shortlisting, during bid evaluation, during post-qualification, and for the enforcement of penalties. Bidder commits any of the 3 major offenses or acts listed above 3 times within a year, starting from the approval date of resolution, recommending the imposition of Type 1 policy first warning, it is counted as day 1 through day 36. And if these 3 offenses are of similar identical nature, it will trigger the enforcement of the stipulated penalty, suspension from the participating in all DPWH procurement activities, and entering into contract with DPWH procurement Subsequently, as per the procedure outlined in the next slide, this may result in the blacklisting of the suspended bidder, thereby disqualifying the bidder from participating in any government procurement activities for a period of 1 year. In conjunction with blacklisting, the bidder will also face bid security forfeiture and must comply with enforcement of bid security conditions. Failure of the concerned DPWH personnel to implement the provision of this order shall after due process make them liable to the penalties prescribed for violation for reasonable office rules and regulation in Rule 10, administrative offenses and penalties of the 2017 rules and administrative cases in civil service. 3/17. And would like to remind all the contractors and the prospective and interested bidders that they should religiously update all data required in the CW na civil work registry, so as not to occur any failure during the eligibility screening. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Procurement Officer. Thank you for the additional information. The additional information and details of the project and the discussion will be discussed. The technical component of the bidder is for the bidder to allow the bidder to fulfill properly their bids or to correctly submit their bids on the date and time as specified in the invitation to bid. So for this time, is there any other question or clarification, comment on the procurement?
Announcement na lang yun.
There being none on the
Mr. Chair,
uh,
next activities.
our next activity is the opening and self-rotation of goods on March 10, 2026. Nasa baba, opening at self-rotation. Okay. Okay, our procurement activity for today is now adjourned and time check. 11:24 p.m. Thank you and good morning.